Hello and welcome to another MOC showcase on the Bricks and Bits channel, this one being about my driving school here. I was inspired to build a driving school by my father-in-law and brother-in-law, who both happen to be driving instructors, I guess. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree there. The design approach I took here was kind of a top-down design because I first came up with these window designs here and wanted to build something around that. They look kind of old-fashioned, so I decided to include the facade here from the Harry Potter Diagon Alley set and altered it just a bit. You might know I don't ever include any themes in my city, so the Diagon Alley wouldn't find a place here. But this facade here is just so nice. It just really captures the British architecture and Lego very well, and it would be a shame to let it go to waste and not include it anywhere. Now let's get us some close-ups. Let's start with a slightly altered facade from the Harry Potter Diagon Alley set here. I have added some curved slopes here to the door on the right and the balls here to give some more of a design to it. Just be careful not to trip there when you're on the sidewalk. The lamppost doesn't really fit on the far left or far right here as it's usual for the modular buildings, but I think the spot here is fine. There's a 3D sign, a miniature car indicating that we have a driving school here. On the far left, I included a tree. I'm going to remove that to give a bit of a better look to what's behind, but also to highlight the technique I used here. These Technic bars are kind of the modern standard, I feel like, for trees because you can individualize it way better and it's a slim design for a tree, and you can easily finish it off with this bar here that splits into 4 and include any leaf design you want. Here's a close-up of the windows I used in this MOC. I designed my MOCs digitally first using the Stud.io program, and I have an entire folder of just interesting window and door and facade designs that I built at some point and use eventually. These windows here are built in a sideways technique called stud snot on top. It's built sideways, and on the left and right and the middle here I have these plates with a rail to it, and this stud with a bar to it. That is just one of the most useful Lego pieces out there. It just opens so many possibilities. On the rooftop here we have a costume party going on. All of these figures are from the series of collectible minifigures, and that's where the idea arose actually. Some of these figures weren't really desirable or didn't fit in any scenery in the city, so I gathered all of those figures that wouldn't really fit together well, but in a costume party they kind of do, don't they? So we have all of these different figures from different scenarios and whatnot. Let me put this aside to get a closer look. And they all have a costume party going on, which is really nice. Let's start our tour of the interior with the bottom floor, specifically the driving school to the left here. Now, at 36 years of age, I kind of feel like an old chunk of coal because I was told that driving schools have changed quite a bit from back in the day when I did my license. They have apps and whatnot, while we still use sheets of paper and all that. Our driving instructor back in the day had like a board on the wall with the street to learn the rules of way, the right of way, and the priority and whatnot. And this is kind of what I built here in Lego. We also have a traffic light here on the right to, I don't know, learn when to stop and when to go, and a projector for when the board isn't on the wall. Turning the building around a bit here, you have your computers here for your learning assignments, and there's the receptionist with her computer and a filing cabinet behind her. Also included in my driving school is this machine here to kind of properly learn in a theoretical way how to drive before you hit the streets. You might say now, but Bricks and Bits, that's an arcade video game machine, what that's supposed to do in a driving school, to which I only say, shut up, this is my city, that's my imagination. And I thought it would be kind of cool to include something like it, and unless you're playing like GTA on it, I guess there's really some practical use to it. Now I gotta admit that with these upper floors I got kind of lazy because I 100% copied the floor there and just changed the interior, obviously. These are just 2 flats on the first and second floor, and we'll take a closer look at those now. This woman is currently unpacking her groceries, which you can see here. She has a coffee machine in her kitchen and a double sink here. The oven is in the middle here. There are also obviously a TV here with a couch to it, and on the corner here there's her bed. Let's also take a glimpse into the bathroom here, which is exactly like the one on the floor above. There you have your toilet, a shower, and a little sink here on the corner. A look into the final floor shows this guy at one of Germany's most sacred traditions, which is Kaffee und Kuchen. Every day at 3 to 4 p.m. you get a cup of coffee and a piece of cake to it. There's also a bit of a smaller kitchen than the one below. A bed is at the same spot here. On the right, we also have a couch and a TV that's mounted on the wall. Now this already concludes the tour of my driving school because I left this upper floor here empty. Also, self-criticism where self-criticism is due. I mentioned in another video already that roof design isn't my strength at all. The main thing I wanted to achieve here is a ring that goes around this entire roof here. And it's also kind of problematic, right? Because you don't have a flat wall to put it next to another modular building because you hit this ring eventually. I guess I compensated for that by making this one a bit higher. Anyway, I hope you still like this one. I wish you all the best for the new year 2024 and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.